Let's go! The Habs win 5-1 against the Detroit Red Wings in their home opener. Let's go. Way to ruin the party back in Detroit. And way to come back after having had a beautiful, good game in Toronto and coming out with a loss. You could think, a weaker team may get discouraged after that, but no, we kept playing exactly like we played in Toronto. We come out with a big W now. Let's go. That's what you want to see. That's absolutely what you want to see. Slafkovsky kept playing like he played the first game. It's looking very encouraging. Bolduc comes out with another beautiful goal, another beautiful setup from Gallagher, which played amazingly, bringing up his own line. Couple caveats that I'm gonna come back to at some point during the video with Gallagher, but honestly, amazing game. Kapanen scores again. Both Kapanen and Bolduc are a goal per game pace right now, and they're new to the team. Bolduc it's new to the team, and Kapanen is still a rookie. Demidov gets his first point of the season. Very beautiful assist, bullet pass to Newhook that comes in motion, sets up Kapanen for his goal. Yeah, not a lot of negatives to go through. So just enjoying the vibe, enjoying how well the team is playing. I was keeping up. I don't know if everybody was, but I was keeping up with all the training they've been doing in the off season and all the effort they were putting in. All the reps they were getting. They've been skating since May or something like that. The middle did not leave the ice. Lane Hudson lived on the ice. So all these guys have been putting a lot of effort since we got eliminated from the playoffs, pretty much. No rest, straight right back into it. It's paying off. It's paying off for the whole team. It's not just one player that's carrying us. It wasn't just Dobish that played amazingly, which he did. He did make great saves. The Brinkat is going to have nightmares about Dobish for sure. The guy stopped him so many times. It wasn't just one player that carried the whole team. It was the whole team coming together. Even Laine, who didn't have an amazing time offensively, but honestly was really good defensively. Being in a line with Evans and Anderson, shows that defensive part of him, and he gets more responsibilities with more offensively minded line mates, because he's not going to be able to generate much in that line, let's be honest. But sadly, there are a couple of things that I did see as negatives or improvement wise, right? The start of the game. Again, we start by giving up the first goal. I don't think we had a shot on goal for the first 5 minutes, but we were on the second half of a back-to-back. They were in their home opener, season opener, so they were coming out of the gate all the energy and everything. We didn't, so it was to be expected a little bit that they were gonna come out, out of a cannon, shot out of a cannon at first, and we were gonna have to hold it first and then start playing our game. And I think that's pretty much what happened, right? So sad that it was on the penalty kill. On their power play that they scored, because our penalty kill has been pretty good. But Patrick Kane just with beautiful setup. Larkin does not miss, and beautiful shot. Not a lot Davish can do there. So we started off down by 1, and I honestly my PTSD, my panic of multiple years of being scored first and then never being able to come back started creeping in. But I had to settle myself, put those feelings aside, and be no, you know what, this team, they're strong now. They've been through this situation so many times that they know how to deal with it now. They're gonna come back. I need to give them that. There's so much game left. There was only they scored in the first 10 minutes or something, so there was more than 50 minutes left of game still, and I was already panicking a little bit, but yeah, they immediately come back. Again, I think it was Bolduc the first goal. It was Matheson, or actually it was someone mentioned this on Reddit, that it was Bolduc that gave the pass to Matheson and did the whole loop around to start gathering speed, Matheson to Gallagher, and Gallagher saw that. I don't know if it was a set play, but it was beautiful. It was a beautiful play from Matheson to Gallagher to Bolduc, and a beautiful finish too. I feel bad for Gibson. I honestly root for the guy, or I rooted for the guy when he was in Anaheim, because, you know, like, he always seemed to be left out to dry, and he was doing like some crazy saves. Not that I watch a lot of Anaheim Ducks games, but Gibson was always up there as one of the goalies, you know, that was making beautiful saves for a bad team. So when I saw he was playing for Detroit, I was like, oh, okay, they got themselves a pretty good goalie, you know. Hopefully Gibson now has a better team in front of him. Like, the defense in Detroit has been pretty okay the last few years. You know, they have Moritz Seider and a few others that are like, yeah, okay. So I feel bad for him. First game, home opener, first game in your new team, and you get pulled. 5 goals in 13 shots. Like, oh, they were not all his fault either, you know. Like, yeah, maybe there was one that you want back from him, you know, but oof, yeah, no, those were not shots you expect your goalie to save most of the time. So yeah, I don't know what they wanted him to do, but honestly, I'm just happy for the Habs. A little sad for the guy, but just so happy for the Habs. And I like how they managed the game as well, because as soon as we got the lead, we started playing a more responsible game, and I think that's what Martin wanted. If you look at the after you know, at the stats of the game, and you see, okay, we got outshot like 27-19, I think it was, or 17. We didn't even eclipse 20 shots last game. You can look at it and be like, oh wow, we got just lucky, you know, we had a few goals go in, and but we were playing horribly. Not if you watch the game. If you watch the game, you know that we got our chances, we converted on our chances, we got the goals, and then we played responsibly. Like, we were not just throwing the puck at the net for the sake of throwing the puck at the net. We were putting it in the corner, forechecking hard, cutting their space, not allowing them to get any big chances, you know. Like, their chances, they were most from the outside or in the power play. They got a lot of shots in the power play, which now I did say I was gonna criticize Gully a little bit earlier, so now I'm gonna say it. He had an amazing game. He had 2 penalties in the offensive zone. 2 penalties there. You don't want that from your veteran player. Like, come on. I know he's trying hard. I know he gets excited and whatnot, but one high stick, super unwarranted, and the other one, I think he just goes in the hands of somebody else. I forget, or was it tripping? I think it was a tripping, which was a little like game management maybe, but still, like, Galley 2 penalties, both in the offensive zone. Yeah, not what you want, especially because Detroit kind of has a good power play. Like, their power play was one of the best in the league last season, and it was one of the reasons they were as high in the standards as they were. So yeah, you don't want to be giving them too many chances of that, and yeah, especially not once you have the puck, or if the puck is in their zone. So yeah, a little bit of criticism there, a little bit of criticism defensively for Duck. There was one shot that it was a 3-on-3, and he kind of like went into our like bunched up with our defense and left one guy completely open who got a beautiful shot off. Didn't score, but I got scared. I saw it happening a while back from like behind, you know. Obviously in the game it's not easy to realize, but watching from above, you can see that Dak starts creeping in towards the defense, and that he leaves the guy that was behind him completely open. He eventually gets the puck, doesn't score, so didn't come up to anything. But other than that, honestly, I did like Dak's game defensively. Like, he had to pinch for our defense a bunch of times. Sorry, not pinch. Our defense was pinching. He had to play defense for our defensemen that were pinching up. Okay, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, he played defense, and he did a pretty good job. Like, he realized immediately that, okay, my defense is pinching up, I'm gonna play defense, and he honestly did great. So yeah, I like what I saw from him defensively. His effort is absolutely there. I really like that line, the Gallagher, Bolduc, Duck line. I think they complement each other well. I think it's making Duck have more confidence. Like it's gonna slowly build up his confidence because he's playing with solid players where he himself doesn't need to carry the line. He can be there. He has been contributing, but he doesn't need to be the star of the line. He doesn't have all the pressure for that whole line to perform. Like both Bolduc and Gallagher have been performing by themselves and bringing the best of Dak, and I think that's gonna hopefully improve his confidence, and we're gonna hopefully see the best of Dak that we've seen yet. Because what we saw that one game that he played the season he got injured against the Blackhawks, what we saw that one game against Toronto, and in the preseason of that season before he got injured, it was really promising, and I really want to see that version of Dak again, because yeah, we would have pretty good centers if that's the case. Because Kapanen has been playing out of this world. Like, what happened with this guy during the offseason? When we had him last season, he had a really good camp and he played a few games after, but like, no, it wasn't it. Like, you saw him play and I was like, you know what, like, he doesn't bring anything. Like, he has a bunch of defensive lapses here and there, like, so he went back to Europe. Then he played in the AHL. Then I think he came back for a little bit to the big league, but like, you know, he wasn't contributing much. So people kept saying that he was going to make the team and he was so good and whatnot during the preseason. And like, I wasn't fully on board with that, but like, yeah, I'll eat crow. He's been playing amazingly, and apparently he has a huge, a really big hockey IQ, and playing with the Midov, you know, even though the Midov has been maybe a little shy, I don't know, he hasn't been getting the puck much, but Kapanen, yeah, he's bringing the best version of him, I think. And like, if the Midov starts getting more comfortable, I think that line's gonna be bonkers to watch play. Yeah. Speaking of the Midov, on keeping the puck on though, our power play gets one goal, but it was not so much a power play setup goal. It was more of like Caulfield shot it to the net, Slafkovsky gets the rebound. He gets his first of the season, which obviously I'm super excited for, because, you know, first half Slav has not been great, and like now he has 2 good games and a goal to account for that. So I'm really happy for the guy. Hopefully he can keep it up the whole season, you know. But our power play, I think it needs some work. I do think we're gonna have to tweak things here and there, because there's no shooting threat, or no immediate shooting threat on the first penalty power play unit. Like, Hudson still does his shimmy shakes, but he has both Caulfield and Suzuki on the left side, and he's not giving it to Slafkovsky for the one-timer, and Caulfield is not threatening the one-timer, and they're just trying this like shot from the goal line the whole time. And then on the second power play unit, we're not setting up Line for the one shot, and we're not giving the puck to the Midov to create something. So I think those things have to change. Obviously, they're the professionals; they know way better than I do. But that's what I see from the outside looking in. You know, like, I think either give more power play time to the second unit, so that they can create something, because I think they have a lot of talent there. Make some adjustments on the first power play unit to have the shooting lanes open up for Caulfield, or give Slafkovsky the puck more for shooting if he has the shot. If he doesn't have the shot, then what's he doing there? You need to like move stuff around. Also, we have Bolduc for the bumper spot, but like, we are not giving him space nor using him as a bumper too much. So I don't know. Something's got to change there. I think that's one of the things that I'm not super thrilled about right now, because we have so much talent for the power play. Like, we have two stacked power play units, and we're like 1-4-5, I think, now in the season. Yeah, that's not great. And especially maybe the numbers, because that's actually like 20%, so that's not too bad for power play. But the eye test of the power play, like, they haven't been good. I don't know if anybody watching this video can tell me if they're satisfied with what they've seen our team produce in the power play. So yeah, but honestly, that's it for the criticism, or like constructive criticism that I can think of. Everything else was great. Dobson, Matheson, amazing pair. They kept up the good chemistry from first game, so hopefully they keep it up the whole season. That would be amazing to have, because Dobson is so reliable, honestly, and Matheson kind of now has less responsibilities, less pressure, because he has Dobson on his side, so he's playing even better. Like they're complementing each other and like just bringing the best out of each other, I think. Hudson still looks a little bit shaky. I don't know if it's a whole contracts negotiation thing. I doubt it. As a fan, I'm a little bit scared that we have that Hudson's dad is it's involved and making things difficult for everybody. You know, hopefully we don't have like what Toronto had with the Marner in our hands. That would suck. So you know, just scared because I'm paranoid. But yeah, hopefully it's not affecting his game. You know, but he does look a little bit shaky, which he did not look like that during the preseason. He looks so good during the preseason, and now, you know, even though he's still doing amazing things and setting up plays and whatnot, he's losing the puck a little bit here and there. He kind of like doubting himself, like feels like he's overthinking stuff sometimes. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. He doesn't have any points yet. That's rare for him already. 2 games, no points. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll come back. I just really hope the whole contract situation gets solved and fast. Or, I don't know if fast, just not with anybody being hurt and not having, you know, like a little bit of... I don't want toxicity. Like the vibes of this team are so good, or at least that's what we see from the outside. I don't want anything to... yeah, I don't want anything to change that, you know. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't affect them at all. I already mentioned Dabish, that he played amazingly, so many good saves. The defensive pairings, Jack and Carrier, honestly, I like that pairing. I really dig it. I think Carrier is a monster defensively, and he doesn't have the size, and Jack has the size and has a lot more confidence now. I feel like he's been able to grab the puck and do a couple, you know, like carries with the puck, like sometimes offensively and sometimes defensively. Like he has kept the puck on his stick a little bit more, not all the time, because you don't want to keep the puck all the time, but like he's been smart when to keep the puck and when to like take the extra second to make a good pass. I'm really surprised, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Jack this season. So maybe like having a steady partner in Carrier is bringing that good defensive instinct out of him. But so yeah, I really like our defensive pairs. Like I said, I'm only really worried about Hudson. Because he's a star. We all know how good he is, and he's not at his 100%, I don't think. Gouli, he's a little invisible, but in a good way. Like, you don't see anything bad from him. He has good hits here and there. He fell, and I got immediately... he fell close to the boards, and I immediately remember when he lacerated his freaking leg with his own skates. So I don't know if he also had that thought cross his mind, but hopefully he's using reinforced what we're trying to call it, reinforced socks or whatever they're called, the ones that go like high, so he cannot lacerate them anymore. But yeah, not beautiful. Anyways, so yeah, Gouli, he's really good. He's good defensively, and I think he's a good partner for Hudson. Yeah, honestly, what else? I spoke of excuse me. I spoke of all the lines. I spoke of all the power plays. The PK was good after that initial one that we got scored on. Sorry. Yeah, really fun game to watch. Obviously, the third period wasn't the most exciting period ever, which, even though as a fan it's a little bit like, oh, we didn't score so many goals, or like we didn't have so many chances or whatnot, you want, in the end, you want your team to win, and you want your team to be able to perform in the playoffs. And I think the way they played on the third period, not allowing Detroit to get too many chances, because you were not risking anything and playing a really tight game, speaks wonders of what they can do to keep the lead. Because last few years we had the lead and we were so bad at keeping it. So even though it was a boring third period, we showed that we are able to play a game where we're not giving the other team chances, we're not taking any risks, and we're keeping our lead. So yeah, that's what you want to see. Anyways, I do remember that we do, for every time we have a win, we do a random trivia for the Habs. So I don't think I'll do the whole answers here for this time, but let's see. Let's do a true or false, because last season we did like 3 or 4 of this, and I think I had like 1 right. So maybe true or false gives me at least a 50-50 chance, because my Habs lore is not as good as a lot of people. a lot of fans like know a lot more about the team than I do. The history of the team. I know a lot about the recent years, but the history, I'm lacking. So I'm learning a lot. Maybe you can learn something new too, or maybe you can show off how much you know. Anyways, here's the question, or here's a true and false statement, if I may say so. Montreal was blessed with such an abundance of talent during their dynasty in the 1970s that they often played games with 4 forwards on the ice alongside just 1 defenseman. Is that true or false? Look, okay, hopefully you've answered by now. That sounds ridiculous, but the Habs, I know for a fact the Habs dynasty in the 70s was ridiculous, so I'm actually gonna say true. Again, it sounds ridiculous, and like it might be the easy answer that obviously that never happened, obviously it's false, but I'm just getting the feels of that is true, that they were such a good team that they just could do that. Okay, number 16. Fuck, it was false. Of course it was false. Oh well. Anyways, I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy watching the game, and thank you for staying up for this till the end of this video. As always, I appreciate all the feedback, the good, the bad. What would you want me to? What do you want to see more? What do you want to see less? Anything I can improve, or whatnot. So don't forget to leave your comments. And we have another game against, I think, Blackhawks Saturday night. So yeah, looking forward to that. Hockey is so back. Let's freaking go! Go Habs go! See you after the Saturday game. Woo!